The wilderness stretched endlessly under the burning sun. Thousands of tents dotted the dry land, forming the camp of Israel. Only recently, these people had walked out of Egypt, no longer slaves, but a free nation under the hand of God. They had seen miracles with their own eyes, seas parting, bread falling from the heavens, water springing from barren rocks.
We must move quickly.
And yet, even after such wonders, the desert carried more than silence. It carried whispers, whispers of discontent, whispers of jealousy. Among the tribes, some hearts grew restless. They looked at Moses, the leader chosen by God, and thought, why should he be the one above us? Others turned their eyes to Aaron, the high priest, and asked, are not all the people holy? Why should one family alone be lifted to serve before God? In those quiet hours, ambition began to stir. Like a small flame in dry grass, envy started to spread. The people did not see it yet, but rebellion was already forming in secret, and at the center of it stood one man, Korah. He was not an outsider, but a Levite, entrusted with sacred duties in the tabernacle. But for him, it was not enough. The honor he already held felt small compared to the glory he desired. This is the beginning of his story, a story not only about one man, but about the danger of pride. It is the story of how envy can consume a heart, mislead a people, and awaken the justice of God. Korah's lineage was honored. He was the son of Izhar, the grandson of Kohath, a descendant of Levi. His tribe had been set apart for holy service in the tabernacle. They carried sacred objects, guarded the holy place, and assisted the priests in their work. In the eyes of many, this was already a privilege of great weight, but envy blinds the heart. When Korah looked at Aaron, he did not see a brother serving God. He saw a rival holding what he believed should be his. Each time Aaron offered incense or blessed the people, Korah's heart burned hotter with jealousy. Why should the sons of Aaron alone be priests? Am I not just as worthy? What began as private frustration soon became open complaint. He whispered to his fellow Levites, brothers, is it fair that we labor day and night, yet the honor of priesthood belongs to one family? Are we not holy too? Has God not chosen us as well? The words were soft, but they carried poison.
Have you heard
In the
news?
wilderness,
Yes, I just heard.
rumors travel
Truly
quickly.
amazing. We must
Conversations
consider
at
all
the
options.
edge of the camp
Risks are too
turned
great.
into gatherings
We have to
under
move
the
now.
stars. Men began to nod in agreement, their own pride awakened by Korah's passion. Discontent spread like cracks in dry ground, unseen at first, but growing wider with every passing day. Korah's dissatisfaction did not remain his own. A seed of rebellion grows best when planted in many hearts, and soon he found willing listeners. Among them were Dathan and Abiram, leaders from the tribe of Reuben. They too carried old grievances. As descendants of Jacob's firstborn, they believed their tribe deserved higher honor, not to live under the shadow of Moses, who came from Levi.
We stand
Together,
on the precipice of
these
a new
men
dawn,
became the voice of
where our
discontent.
voices will echo
Around
through the
campfires,
ages.
they spoke with passion. Has Moses truly brought us to a land flowing with milk and honey? Or has he only led us into this wilderness to die? How long must we submit to his rule? The bitterness in their words resonated with those who felt tired of wandering. Rebellion rarely begins loudly. It starts with quiet conversations, knowing glances, and whispered agreements. But soon, it burst into the open.
Are there not
Korah,
enough priests
Dathan,
among us?
and Abiram
Yes.
gathered
Why are
not
only
just
some
a
chosen?
handful of
We
followers,
are all God's
but
children.
250 men leaders of the community, men of reputation, chosen representatives from among the tribes. This was no small protest. It was a movement, fueled by pride and envy,
Who do you
rising
think you
against
are to
Moses
lead us?
and Aaron. To many,
Will we make it through
it
this?
seemed like a fight for
I
equality,
pray that we
but beneath the surface, it was a challenge to God himself, for he was the one who had appointed Moses and chosen Aaron. And when men rise against the order of God, the consequences are never light. At last, the tension broke into the open. Korah and his followers
You have
marched
gone too
together,
far.
standing boldly before Moses and Aaron. 250 leaders men of stature and influence raised their voices in accusation.
Follow
"You have
me,
gone too far,"
and we
they
shall
cried.
reclaim
"All
what
the
is
people are holy,
ours."
every one of them, and the Lord is with us all. Why then do you exalt yourselves above the assembly of the Lord?" To the crowd,
We are all
their
equal
words
in
sounded
the eyes
righteous.
of the divine.
Equality, fairness, shared holiness. But beneath the surface, it was envy disguised as justice. Korah was not fighting for the people. He was fighting for his own ambition. Moses listened, but he did not respond with anger or defense. Instead, he fell face down before the Lord, showing where true authority came from, not from man, but from God. Then he spoke with calm determination. "Tomorrow,
Hear me
the Lord
now.
will show who belongs to him, who is holy, and whom he has chosen. Each man is to take a censer, put fire and incense in it, and present it before the Lord." This was no ordinary argument. It was a test before God himself. The people would soon see the difference between a calling that is taken by pride and a calling that is given by heaven. The next morning arrived, heavy with anticipation. Korah and his followers gathered at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Each man held a bronze censer filled with fire and incense. The smoke rose into the sky, but so did the tension among the people watching.
I have
Moses
given
spoke
you
once
every
more,
instruction,
reminding the Levites
so
of their
that you
true
may
calling.
live.
"Is it not
may
enough
increase.
that the God of Israel has set you apart to serve in his tabernacle?
Oh, my
Must you
children,
also seek the
what
priesthood?"
have you done?
His voice carried grief more than anger.
Do not
For
defy
Korah's
the
sin
will of the
was
Lord.
not ignorance. It was a willful
You will
rejection
not
of
be
God's
swayed.
order. Then the glory of the Lord appeared before the whole assembly, a radiant presence none could deny. In that moment, the rebellion was no longer against Moses or Aaron, it was against God himself.
Tell the
The
assembly
Lord
to
warned
separate
Moses
from
and
the
Aaron,
dwellings of Korah,
"Separate
Dathan,
yourselves from
and
this
Abiram."
assembly, so that I may put
What
an
do we
end
do
to them
now?
at once." But again, these leaders interceded for the people,
O
falling
Lord,
face down and crying out,
hear us.
"O God, you who give breath to all living things, will you be angry
O
with the
Lord,
entire assembly when only
hear
one
us.
man sins?" In mercy, God gave a command. "Tell the people to move away from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram." The moment of decision had come. Would Israel stand with rebellion or with God? The people quickly moved back from the tents of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, just as Moses had warned. The rebels stood defiantly at the entrances of their dwellings, their wives and children beside them, as if daring judgment to come. Then Moses declared before all Israel,
Hear now
"By
the
this
word
you will
of the
know that the Lord has sent me to do all these works, and that it was not my own idea. If these men die a natural death, like all mankind, then the Lord has not sent me.
For I
But
have
if the Lord
seen
brings
the
about
future.
something new, if the earth opens its mouth and swallows them alive, then you will know that these men have despised the Lord." No sooner had Moses finished speaking than the ground beneath their feet split apart. The earth opened wide and swallowed them, their households, their possessions, everything connected to them. They went down alive into the grave, and the earth closed over them. Panic swept through Israel. The people fled in terror, crying, "The earth is going to swallow us too." But judgment was not unfinished. Fire came out from the presence of the Lord and consumed the 250 men who had offered incense. What began as ambition ended in ashes. What looked like a movement of equality was revealed as rebellion against God, and rebellion always leads to ruin. The camp of Israel trembled at what they had witnessed. Korah and his company were gone, consumed by the earth and by fire. Yet even in judgment, mercy was not absent. For though Korah himself perished, his family line was not erased. Scripture tells us that the sons of Korah were spared. In time, they became singers in the temple of the Lord, composers of psalms filled with hope, worship, and trust in God's presence. Where their father had fallen through pride, his descendants rose in humility and devotion. 11 psalms in the Bible bear the name of the sons of Korah songs, declaring God as a refuge, a fortress, and the joy of his people. Their legacy proves that rebellion does not have to be the final word. God can redeem even the darkest history and transform it into a testimony of praise. The story of Korah is more than a tragedy. It is a warning
Korah's
and a
rebellion
lesson.
serves as a solemn reminder
Pride
that
leads
true
to
leadership
ruin,
comes from God,
but humility
not from
brings
personal
life.
ambition or jealousy.
Jealousy destroys, but obedience restores. The voices we choose to follow shape our destiny. May we walk in surrender, leaving behind rebellion, and building a legacy of faithfulness and worship.